Buddy of the Groom. The search for multiple idiots continues. Episode 26. Joe Fernandez on the show. Very fun one. A good one. I really enjoyed having Joe in. Joe is the kind of guy that I wanted to reach out to when I started the show. I want to have people who I knew tangentially, who I knew a little bit about, who I knew what they were up to, but I really wanted to get in, dive deep. And me and Joe, we dove deep. We talk about a lot of things, a lot of silly things. We talk about the movie Heat. We talk about the Michigan State Final Four run, and I congratulate myself on that as I am one of the assistant coaches. Very good episode. We thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to joining us, if you're a big Masturbation Jenkins fan, and why would you be, and you started listening to the show, go back, enjoy those past episodes. We've got a lot of good ones in the tank, in the back pocket, so enjoy those. And if you're like the show, if you've enjoyed the show, please throw us 5 stars and write us a review. Appreciate all those coming in. If you haven't enjoyed the show, please don't unsubscribe. Just keep subscribing. It's a numbers game, and I love numbers. Thank you so much for listening in. Joe's got his own podcast. It's called 30 Characters. I was on it a couple months ago, and it was great, and every episode they put out is very fun. They try and do 30 characters. Him, friend of the show, Andy Fleming, other friend of the show, Matt Riggs, and a guest. 30 characters in 1 hour-long episode every week. It's very fun. It's crazy. If you like when we're silly on this, you'll like that. So go check out 30 Characters. Thank you so much. If you're enjoying this and you enjoy how these microphones sound and the sound coming from them, you'll also enjoy the other offerings from Jazz Fuzz Studios. Got that time I got arrested with B. Casper. B. Casper, who's been on our show, got arrested a bunch of times. She talks about it. And then Cringeworthy with Clinote. That is a show about gross things. The gross things you hear about. You know, someone puts sour cream in their shoes and they walk a mile. Gross things like that. Someone makes a wife out of baked beans. Gross things. So check those out. Throw us 5 stars. We're on all the social media, still at Multiple Idiots. I didn't want to change those, so I didn't. At the Mike O'Keefe. Rate, review, and subscribe. Enjoy the back episodes. I think that's all we got. Oh, I'm at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase this weekend, so come and hang out. I'd love to see you. If you enjoy the show, let me know. I'll throw you a koozie. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Tight. Let's get into it. You know what I hate, Joe? I hate it when I'm with my wife at the hospital and she's got real bad MS. Like, she's got 13 different cases of it.
Yeah, that MS just running through her left and right. Yeah,
that MS running wild.
That MS running a train on my wife.
A train on my sweet, sweet wife. And then they're like, give her a tapeworm. And I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway.
If I may clarify.
Okay.
Now, this reference, first of all, should we give context?
Please do, yeah.
I don't have a wife.
What if you just let that lay for the rest?
Now, I don't have a wife.
Yeah.
I don't have, my wife doesn't have MS.
No.
She's not real. She infected herself with a tapeworm to treat her MS.
Is that what? Okay, so my guest today is Joe Fernandez.
Hi.
Joe, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Joe was recently on an episode of Chicago Med, which we were all very proud of him for doing. He joins the ranks of Colt Cabana and Oliver Platt.
Yeah.
As being in the Chicago.
Neither of them had a black wife with MS, though.
Ooh.
Pretty cool. Huh?
Wow. They're pretty woke over there. They're putting biracial couples on network television.
Well, yeah. And you know what they say, once you go black, your wife gets multiple sclerosis.
And then you punch a tapeworm down her throat. That's how she got it in there, though. You punched it down her throat.
Yeah, that was the opener, the teaser.
That was the cold open? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Well, you know how one of the storylines that you always want has to involve a tapeworm. Just like, The Departed.
Oh, my God. Yeah, definitely.
It's in there. You can't, it's not like explicitly said, but Leonardo DiCaprio has a tapeworm.
Well, the original ending to that movie was a tapeworm kind of squiggling in front of the Capitol
crawling
building.
by a window.
And then Marty was like, should be red.
All that fucking and no tapeworms.
So, my son, you are not a tapeworm. You're a fucking cop. You're not. There's a lot of talk in that movie about who is and isn't a cop. And I enjoyed it.
It's a great movie, dude.
I saw that movie twice in the theaters and then bought it the day it came out on DVD.
Do people still buy Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff?
I do. And it is a point of contention with my girlfriend. Here's why.
She's like, it's on streaming. Why would you do it?
Exactly. That's number one. Number two, she thinks her mom is a bit of a pack rat. I don't think I'm telling tales out of school there. I don't know
Where'd she keep her tapeworm?
Probably in a bag with 100 other tapeworms from throughout the years in the basement. And then it'll never go away. So since Lisa, my girlfriend's mom, is a pack rat, Mallory hates any sort of clutter. And she just hates having things in the house. She's like, why do you buy these? I'm like, my parents are old and they don't have, I can't stream anything there. So when I go home.
Oh, you bring the stuff over?
I bring my Blu-rays. I've watched Die Hard on Blu-ray probably 10 times in the last 18 months. Just because
it's a good movie.
I love it. And I can just put it on. I got other business to do.
Well, here's the other thing. Blu-rays come with special features as opposed to like if you just get Departed on Netflix, it's not like you can do the director's commentary if you want or any of that stuff. You know what I mean?
I'll save you the trouble. I don't want. I zero want.
But remember when that was a thing? People loved like director's commentary and all those things.
Have you ever watched a full movie with director's commentary?
I think, well, that's the other thing. It is distracting. You're just like, and if they're boring, holy shit. They're just like, oh, this shot is really beautiful. And then it's just, that's all they say. And then they watch the scene and and they go, I just got hard. That's Michelle Gondry watching Eternal Sunshine.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I have a boner. Yes.
Man, my buddy
do my own work.
My buddy told me a story about how someone was saying like, oh, Michelle Gondry, she really brought like a feminine perspective to Eternal Sunshine. And he just didn't have the heart to tell this like hipster at a party.
That's a dude.
Michelle Gondry's a guy.
Oh, the ganj. What do you think he's doing now? What do you think he's up to?
I don't know. What was his last? I think his last movie involved that like it was a dream movie where it had the guy from Y Tu Mamá También and like it was some movie about dreams and stuff.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I don't like dreams.
No.
I don't like
What about
people.
Inception though?
Oh, that's a dream inside a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
What if it was just him being naked in school over and over? He's just freaked out.
It's just him being like, I guess I have to go back to high school. And my penis. I have that dream probably once every 10 days.
Being naked in front of people?
It's not naked. It's just, oh shit, I'm in high school again. I'm the man I am now. I've graduated. I did all my things.
Damn. So you're this age in front of high schoolers?
Yeah. And it's like, because of a clerical error, that's somehow my fault. I have to go and redo all of high school.
Wait, is this just Billy Madison?
No, a little bit, but it's not little kid school. Grade school? I call it little kid school. It's just.
Well, if you want to get horny, you call it that.
Listen, and I do. But it's just all like, it's high school, but I just have to be there. And it just feels like going to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I can't like socialize with the kids. I just have to go.
But you're naked though. No?
Not naked.
Oh, okay. That's where I was. Okay,
never
gotcha.
naked. I'm wearing fancy boy
Like
clothes.
suits.
I would. Oh my God.
Hammer pants.
I would. Yeah, stuff that was popular when I was in high school. Suits, hammer pants,
Suits.
I'm 84 years old. No, and that's the dream. And I just have to go to I have to go to math, and I have to learn math, or else I can't have a job.
That's weird. That's a bizarre one.
Yeah, I don't like it. I tell you what, I'd rather. This is the dream I want to have every night. Just kissing people, just kissing everybody.
Not the high schoolers though.
Not the high school. Oh no, not the high school. Of age people.
But with their consent?
Oh, of course their consent.
Good, Michael.
Of course their consent. Listen, consent's the sexiest thing, and we're making T-shirts that say that.
If there's one thing we learned from that Gillette commercial, it is that consent is sexy.
Listen, I'm so glad you brought up that Gillette commercial because
We're sponsored by Gillette.
We're sponsored by Gillette.
Today's episode
sponsored by Gillette. The best a man can get.
Woke Gillette.
Woke Gillette. Stay tuned for next week's guest, Cameron Gillette, who's a cool guy.
Oh, he'd be fun.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to talk about other possible future guests on the podcast.
I apologize.
Listen, with that said, Paul Rudd, if you're out there, come on the show, baby. We want that ass. Quit big time, Rudsky. Come on. I dated a girl in college who nicknamed her vagina Gillette because it was the best a man can get.
Oh.
And I'm not going to say I disagree, but I definitely don't agree. Moving on.
What is the difference? Hang on. I'm going to look up the definition. Can we look up the definition of disagree real quick? I'm pretty sure the number one is don't agree.
Not agree.
Yeah.
She's married to a guy from the Air Force now. I hope she doesn't hear this. I don't want to get my ass kicked by some.
Well, maybe, but also maybe he'd come in and be like, dude, it's not the best a man could get once you've had it for a while.
She's like, oh my God, fine.
Yeah.
She's been saying it. She put it in our wedding vows.
It's decent enough and okay. A man will take it.
It's fine. But I don't love her just because of that. I love her. She's caring. She's got great opinions.
Yeah. You know what? That woman's more than a pussy.
She's more than a pussy. She is also a couple of boobs. Come on, guys.
Nice butt, pussy, and boobs. She didn't have a tattoo, though, right? It's not like that thing with, you know, in the movie The Jerk when it says slippery when wet for that one lady? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But she didn't have, like, it doesn't say, like, the best a man can get underneath.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I've dated a lot of girls who have that tattoo.
Slippery when wet?
No, not slippery when wet. I've dated a lot of Bon Jovi fans. They love it. They love me. They think, oh, there's another Jersey dad we can crank it to. No, a lot of the front tramp stamp, I call it, right there.
Never, yeah. They have like a little heart or a moon a lot of the time.
Yes. You know, I'm trying to think. It doesn't matter.
Honestly, I think most of the time it's been kind of crazier women that I've dated that have had that.
Oh, that's not a judgment that I'm willing to say on the podcast, but good for you.
Uh-oh. Matt, okay, I was going to say the GF doesn't have that for you, right? Or
no? No. GF, no tattoos. She wants to be buried in a Jewish cemetery. That's a real reason.
See, and that's, so also, I'm not attracted to tattoos.
You don't like a tattoo on a gown?
No, not at all.
You're big dick swinging single now, huh? That's what you've been telling people?
You just meet
people and you go, hey, I'm big dick swinging single.
No, medium-sized dick. It doesn't swing. It stays where I keep it. I big dick my dick, and I say, you stay still. Do not swing any which way.
You don't pretend like you're from the gallows. You don't gallows.
Yeah, you don't swing. Yeah, you're not a hangman. You fucking stay in your spot.
You stay in your spot. You stay in your lane.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like Dixist.
This is the
tell dicks what to do. But
listen, the last thing I would ever accuse you of being Dixist.
Yeah.
With that said, this is the most we've talked about ladies on the podcast.
Already?
I think so, yeah. Because it's usually, we've had a lot of women guests.
Oh.
That's number one.
To be the groomswoman?
Like groomsmen, Bologna Boys, I call them. I call my groomsmen Bologna Boys.
That's my favorite prank calling team is the Bologna Boys.
Bologna. Yeah. The Jerky Boys are reuniting. I don't know if we talked about that on the show yet. But the Jerky Boys, Aaron, the producer, very excited about it. Hey, Monfrere Jerky.
By the way, any podcast where you can reference the producer, I think is always fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. Well, here's the crazy thing about Aaron, and it is equally, I like it and hate it the same amount, which I guess means I feel meh about it. He is the most, he talks a lot with his face. But he refuses to have his voice on the show. So I'll say something like, oh, the Jerky Boys, and he'll lean back in his chair and go like, blah! But he won't make any noise. So I can't not reference it, but I also shouldn't be referencing it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's silent.
Right.
Yeah. It's a real, he's playing, it's game theory. It's Waking Ned Devine. He's the light.
He just talked, though.
He just talked. Aaron, cut that the fuck out.
Yeah.
Don't edit it. You cut out talking. You cut it out.
And that's not even on the podcast. That's just in general. Shut the fuck up.
Just stop talking. Your lovely wife, who I've met numerous times, who's a big fan of the show. Shout out to Sarah. she's told me, every time I come in here and you're not in the room, she comes in and goes, hey, hi, Mike, hi, big fan. Can you do me a favor? Can you tell Aaron to shut the fuck up, please?
Dude, yeah. Hey, I don't know if he's listening or not.
I don't know if he's... But
let's murder him and then have sex with his body.
Yeah. Let's kill and fuck my husband in that order. I can't stand having sex with him while he's still alive anymore.
Yeah.
But that pig swinging dick.
There it is.
There it is. That's what we in Second City Town call a go behind.
I think you're thinking of truck stops.
Oh, sorry.
That's a go behind.
I do love a truck stop. You ever been to one?
Yeah, there's that one that's the world's largest one in Iowa. I've been to that.
How do you feel? Do you like that? I like
it's
mom and pop truck stop. It is one of those things where you go and you're like, cross that out.
Right. Yeah. That's the bucket list.
I'm going to cross that out. You can do that.
I don't know. I mean, like, a truck stop, though, it's just a gas station. It's just trucks can stop there as well, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
it's really the only.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference, because I've always seen there's like a separate one for trucks.
Yeah. Well, like there's regular trucks. Most trucks can't get under the, I know that I work in the logistics industry. Most trucks can't go under most gas station tops.
They're like 13'2" or whatever.
Yeah. And so you got to have a higher thing. And the truck, it needs different gas, baby. Different gas. Diesel. Talking diesel.
Is that the next podcast you're starting?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really good.
Talking diesel?
Talking diesel. We got prices. How does it smell? What's Shaq up to? Diesel.
Oh, that's right. He was called the Big Diesel, right? Or something like that?
Big Diesel. It's weird, though, because his name is a nickname.
Shaquille. Oh, Shaq.
Everyone just calls him Shaq.
Right.
But he Diesel. I feel like he had another one, too.
Well, he called himself the Pythagorean theorem because he can't be solved, which the Pythagorean theorem is a solvable. Yeah, I believe it's A squared.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I learned that from my dream.
Weird. You'd think at LSU he would have figured that out, but I guess maybe athletes don't take their studies as serious.
He called himself the Pythagorean.
I think you can look it up, and he called himself the Pythagorean theorem. I can't be solved. Is that true? Yeah.
That's so fucking funny.
The big. He called himself the big Shamrock.
Oh my god, that was my Uncle Terry. That's. I don't have an Uncle Terry. Oh shit, I forgot. My cousin Tim got married this past weekend. A lovely wedding out in the hills of the San Jose Valley in California. It was lovely.
Oh, damn. That sounds nice.
It was great. Bob and Lori were there. I drank a lot of wine. I like wine now. Did you know that about me?
Well, if you just like it now, I guess not.
It's a new thing. I had a ton of wine. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get that bad of a hangover. I felt light. I mean, I'm a classic beer and a shot guy.
Well, how much did you have, though? Because wine can really give you a fucked up hangover.
I did not a lot. I probably had a bottle and a half the first night, and then the second night I probably had, I'd say like close to 2
on your own.
Yeah, it's like 4 glasses in a bottle. That's not crazy.
That's kind of, I mean, I don't know. That seems like a lot.
We were there for a while.
8, yeah. I guess that's true. Like, depends on how quick you did it.
Yeah, yeah. It was like the first night we were there from 3 to 10. And then the second night we were there from 3 to midnight.
Dude, you're making me want to go to your cousin Tim?
Cousin Tim.
And man, I want to go to his wedding now. That sounds very fun. In San Jose, drinking wine all night.
You'll be my +1 to the next one.
To his next wedding?
They've been dating for 10 years. That's fucking crazy. And they got married.
In a weird way, I think that's way better than, like doing something quick.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely know.
Yeah.
They definitely know. But it was a good time. Oh, and I recorded Timmy saying something on my phone. He wants to say something to the podcast. Oh, hey guys, just excited. I'm so happy to be married. And
can we pause real quick? How come your cousin sounds like a pussy?
Oh, he might address that. I haven't listened to this back yet.
Hit play again.
Hey guys, just also, I'm talking like this because I'm crying. I'm not a pussy. It's my big wedding day. Hashtag.
Hit pause again. I just want to do a commentary. Okay. So he says he's crying because he's not a pussy. It's just because it's his wedding day. But only pussies cry on their wedding day.
I think he might address this as well.
Oh, okay.
Some people say pussies cry their way day, but I'm changing around masculinity. Also, this thing I'm recording for Mike's podcast is sponsored by Gillette Razors. Gillette, the best man could get.
Dude, that's a nice go behind.
Yeah, it's a good go behind.
Oh, he knew I was talking to him.
Also, I wish I was a Bologna Boy. All right, that through his fart. See you later. Tim, thanks for recording that. I appreciate that. When did he have the time? He's enjoying his big day. I'll tell you this. This is the one weird thing that happened.
Wait a minute. Hang on real quick. On the tape, what is this part that says, quick reading from Mein Kampf?
It's the next segment.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just the part about,
Those were his vows.
Yeah.
It's a segment of Mein Kampf.
They did write their own vows, but they were like the most conversational vows. Because a lot of times when people write their own vows, they try and like make it poetic. They were just like, Aaron, I love you so much. I've loved you since the day. And it was like, oh, they're like actually just talking to each other, which is way better than, sprucing it up. But I'll tell you this. My cousin Tim homeschooled until college. Yes.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah. Lawyer now. So maybe it does work. Hear that, Dries? Quit being a dumbass.
But how was his socialization as a kid? Like, what did he do?
So, and I can answer this because I used to go out there all the time. There's like homeschool groups. So you're homeschooled in the home, but you kind of belong to these just like clubs almost where they have outings that are scheduled like once a week.
Like they force someone to come out of the closet?
Kinda, yeah. Honestly, they do. They do force them. You're an asshole. I just realized what that meant. But like the literal closet. Some of these kids literally.
Come on over here, Tim. You're gay.
What up, gay? Shit's gay. No, they're all. These are all very devout Christian people, and nobody's ever been gay. They have chosen to be gay. They believe probably.
Right.
Probably. I don't know. I don't want to put judgment on it.
Lifestyles of the gay and the famous.
Everyone is Ellen DeGeneres. And so they would have to like go and hang out. And I went on one of these when I was probably like 13 and we were out there visiting. And I go to the Shed Aquarium with a bunch of homeschool kids. Or not the Shed Aquarium, the Monterey Bay Aquarium with a bunch of homeschool kids.
Weird?
Yeah. Really weird. Very weird.
Were they all pale or like?
Oh my God, yes. They were all very pale. There wasn't a tan one in the bunch. One of them had earmuffs on. I don't know what that's
Is that
about.
really true that one of them just had was it wintertime at least?
They don't have, their winter is like 50. The lowest it gets is like 50.
Oh, right, because that's Monterey Bay. Yeah, okay.
You ever see Finding Dory? Where it's set.
Mike winked at me after saying that.
Did. You ever see a children's movie made for adults? Yeah.
Is it made for adults though?
I think Pixar is like, I think some of them are for adults. Like Toy Story 4 is not for a kid anymore. You know what I mean?
Have you seen, has that come out yet or no?
It's this summer, Toy Story 4?
I don't know.
I asked Aaron because Aaron is wearing a Buzz Lightyear costume right now.
Yeah.
June 21st, right in time for my dad's birthday.
I need to see the second and third one.
You haven't seen the third one?
I heard the third one's incredible, and they also accept death at the end of it.
It's not for kids. That movie is not for kids at all. It couldn't be less for kids. Inside Out, not for kids, but it's animation and it's pretty colors.
Wait, is Inside Out the one that's like all the emotions inside?
Yeah,
I think that's for kids, right?
I mean, I guess, but like it's about a kid. But
like a kid going through. Yeah. Her folks are getting divorced, right, or something like that, or her folks are just fighting a lot.
Her folks moved to, oddly enough, like to the Bay Area.
Oh, that's right.
She's like, I don't have any friends. And it's like, that's tough. That's tough for a kid. Tough to deal with. But
that's going to be directed strictly at a kid.
Yeah, probably. I changed my whole opinion on this. No, it's just like there's like really complex themes there, and I'm sure like a lot of kids understand it, but like I think they're shooting for kind of like both demographics at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I feel like that's always because like Disney has done, when you look back on it, it's like, Jesus, Bambi's mom gets murdered and like.
There's so much death in all of those movies. They're all about death.
Simba loses his father. Mm-hmm. Beauty and the Beast. He keeps her in a basement while he sings Trapped in the Closet.
I think you're thinking of Trapped in the Closet.
Oh, is that not a Disney movie?
No.
Beauty and the Beast, the R. Kelly story?
I think that was like a.
I'm thinking of Leaving Neverland. That's
there you go. Okay, cool. Did you watch the whole thing?
Dude, I didn't think it would affect me. I can't listen to his music anymore. Like I didn't think it would change it. But every time it comes on now, and I think that was the point. They make it so graphic that there's no way you can't think of that now.
Yeah. Wow. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've been around any Michael Jackson since I watched the first 45 minutes of it and said, "Oh, this is going to give me nightmares." As a nearly 30-year-old man.
So you haven't been around any Michael Jackson.
I haven't been around any Michael Jackson music since that. But they, did you see Us yet?
No.
Okay, so in Us, the little girl at the beginning is wearing a Thriller T-shirt.
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
And it's like, as soon as that popped up, I was like, oh, that's, they shot this a while ago, huh? Okay.
But it was weird because it was
Can you go back and do a reshoot on this?
But it was weird because it was openly known, right? I mean, there were so many jokes about him being a pedophile.
That's the thing that I don't get. And I guess there was like one court case where one person was like, nah, didn't do it. And then everyone else was just like, was
that Judge Tony Bologna who was in charge of it?
Tony Bologna, he helps me decide who's going to be a Bologna boy and not a Bologna boy. He didn't do it. Bibbity boppity gabagool. Next. It's like, sir, you just ruled on a murder case. Yeah, next. Your Honor. My dad was Your Honor. I'm Tony Bologna.
The idea of that. All rise for the Honorable Tony Bologna.
Beep, bop, boop, beep, ba, ba, da, boop. He has one of those big pepperoni logs he takes a chunk out of. All right, what do we got here today? I'm like, hey, it's time for a recess. Who's playing kickball? Tony Bologna. Oh, Tony Bologna is a hot new character.
Is he going to be around forever now?
Only 29 more. Joe's got a podcast called 30 Characters.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's been. I did a Cajun guy who's come back up a couple times.
Okay.
Which are that very fun. The most enduring two. Number one, my horrible Bane impression. It's terrible.
It's a good impression.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then I do Al Pacino saying one thing from Heat, where he just goes, he's talking to Hank Azaria, and he just goes, "You loved her because she had a big ass," and that's all I got.
I don't even know that movie. Heat. Oh, Heat. Oh, yeah. I was like, is that a take on Her, where Al Pacino is like a Siri voice trying to fuck Joaquin Phoenix?
And Hank Azaria is there for some reason. The Hank Azaria. How do you feel about? Let's hit all the hot button issues. How do you feel about Hank Azaria in his show Brockmire? You like that show?
I've not seen Brockmire. But I've heard it's good because I know they did really a sketch initially. It's like an announcer, right?
Yeah.
I saw the initial sketch. I've not seen the show.
Oh, fantastic. It's good. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Have you ever been in a wedding? You ever go to a wedding? That's how I shoehorn it in.
No. It's weird. I've never been to a wedding, but I performed like 5 abortions. Isn't that crazy? You'd think the wedding thing is a more common experience.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Well, I mean, you were the cheapest abortion doctor in Chicago for a very long time.
For so long, dude.
And so, like, when
I still give a speech.
Yeah, I'll hear the speech. What's your abortion speech?
All right, everyone in this alley, if we could raise a glass.
Raise a bent out hanger and this one's gonna get flagged for something. I'll tell you what.
What's the demographic of this? Mostly Israeli?
Yeah, it's mostly Israeli.
Listen.
We had one guy from what was it? Kazakhstan? Pakistan? I think it was Kazakhstan. And I was like, oh man, that's probably a troop. It's gotta be a troop.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if there's
it's not a Borat type.
Very nice. Podcast. But I had this thought over the weekend, and it made me laugh so hard. And I'd like to ask you. This isn't part of the groomsmen thing, but I will take it into consideration. If someone had never heard of Borat, how would you explain it to them?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Right? I think that's going to become extra credit and canon.
How would you explain Borat to people?
Yeah. These are things that I need to know about my groomsmen.
All right, Borat. I mean, it's it's kind of hard to not have it be offensive because already it's like, well, it's kind of a stereotype of a foreigner who doesn't understand American customs.
But it's also not like a foreigner that people know. You know
Kazakhstan
what I mean?
is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder which I think it's because honestly, at the end of the day, I think in college I thought it was made up even. Like, I don't think I knew it was a real country. That's part of my explanation, I guess. But like, I mean, that's how you describe it. Like a kind of like a caricature of a foreign person who doesn't understand American customs and instead does the most offensive thing, probably.
Yeah. But does kind of understand some level of American pop culture. It's very weird.
Yeah, he refers to Eddie Murphy a couple times. Yeah. He calls him the chocolate face.
Yeah. It's weird. But that tickled me to no end. It just got me thinking, what it really came down to is I would just go, hey, just imagine a guy with a big mustache who goes like this, and that's all it has.
We chose different paths.
Yeah. Because there's no, I guess there's a level of, it's very satirical and all that stuff, but what it really comes down to is
it is catchphrasey, yeah, for sure.
It's very catchphrasey. And that movie came out, Borat, came out when I was in, I think, junior year of high school. And inescapable.
And talk about something that relates to like younger idiot dudes. That movie for sure is like right up the alley of high school, college guys.
Dude, yeah. But it also made me feel kind of smart because they went. There's a scene where they're on like a camper with a bunch of frat guys and they're getting hammered.
Oh yeah,
yeah, right. And it's like very.
Those guys tried to sue him.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you said it. What are you like?
I know, but I mean, they probably have rich folks. I mean, they're Southern, like they went to University of South Carolina or some shit. Like,
yeah. And they did have a couple pretty classic white nationalist talking points too. Now they think of it, it was like, man, the white man is discriminated against.
Oh, dude, they're like really bad about women too. They're just like, they don't have my respect. And then I think that guy says he like tries to give Borat like a speech about Pam Anderson. He's like, never let a woman control you or something like that.
Oof. Listen, Pam Anderson, would you let her control you?
Physically, yeah.
Yeah. She seems like and she seems nice.
I think she does seem nice and just has had a lot of fucked up men in her life, to be honest. Like Kid Rock and Tommy Lee, like what are you doing?
0 for 2.
Yeah.
She needs to date like a Jeff. Just some guy named Jeff.
Like a mechanic or some shit, yeah.
Well, I think you're great.
Who's she seeing now? Is she dating anyone?
Oh, that's a great question. What if it's Jeff?
It is just a Jeff.
Just a Jeff.
Jeff Garland.
Your tits. That's my Jeff Garland. Look at your tits. Ooh, a French soccerman. Oh, that's interesting.
Adel Rami
Malik.
He is a fat singer who also plays soccer.
Which, it's amazing. He's great cardio. He goes up and down. He's like a 3 miles per match guy, but he's still
husky. He's like the refrigerator of the French soccer team.
The French soccer team? They just have one. They just have a national team.
Is it just like a French team in general, like one? Okay.
Yeah, is he on the national team or what's his club team? And we're going to start supporting them exclusively.
On the podcast?
He plays for Marseille. All right, Rami.
Oh, you don't Marseille.
He's Marseille. That was a little MJ, but I appreciate you not going.
Yeah, that's right.
This is a big thing. If you guys don't know, would you call it an alter ego? Where does masturbation Jenkins stop, and where do you begin, Joe?
I hope that there's a very defined line between the two, and there's no Venn diagram. That hits.
Has anyone say Masturbating Jenkins is a weird character that Joe does? That's like a homeless drifter who eats his own poo and cum and fucks people in the skull.
See, now you described that way better than Borat.
Well, there's a lot more layers to Borat. But he runs for office every time out.
Anytime there's a public office available.
Anytime there is. Did anyone send you a write-in?
Did he win mayor?
First off, there's election day in Chicago. We support Tony Preckwinkle on this podcast.
Yep.
There you go. Did anyone send you them writing in Masturbate?
There's been 2 write-ins.
Okay.
I guess I can name. I mean, David Phillips and Matt Riggs both did it.
Good for them.
Yeah.
In a runoff.
No. In a runoff, you can't.
You can't. Oh, there's no write-in.
There was no write-in. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm glad they did a couple weeks ago. Good for them.
It actually, in a way, it bothers me. I'm like,
does it really? Why is
it's
that?
like when you vote. Like voting is actually. I don't know. I take voting seriously just because like so many places they don't get that option. So it's like. As fun as it is to fuck around, it's like, and the fact that I think 33% of people voted in like the primary mayor thing, like that's depressing. 2/3 of people just said
incredibly low.
This right that people died for the right to do is not as important as like, I got to get home. I'm too tired to.
Yeah, I got to do a bit, Yeah. I get it. Well, I'm glad you didn't win.
Yeah, Jesus. That'd be crazy if he had one somehow.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so I have to dress up like this every day and go to Springfield, Illinois and like run the state.
I have to either move to Springfield or commute every day.
How far is that actually? It's a couple hours?
Oh, man. I did a club there when I first moved to Chicago called Donnie B's.
Is it still around?
I don't think so. I think it either got bought by the Funny Bone or it closed. But it's like 3.5 hours. It's not an easy drive.
Yeah.
It's also when you go, like if you go around the lake into Michigan, it's like, it's whatever. But like going down through Illinois is just so flat.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And boring. It's just, I don't like it.
I wonder if Pritzker lives there now. I mean, he obviously could afford to buy a place there.
I think he's subleasing. He's got a 4-year sublease.
But like, I mean, I don't know. I have no desire to be a politician. Never have, never will.
Good. I don't think you do very well. No offense.
It's just crazy. Like you have people dig up every single thing you've ever done, and even if it's like on a minuscule level, like didn't take his trash out or some shit. Like
my buddy David Citrick, who's a very funny comedian from Minneapolis and now New York, was in town, and he has this new bit about how in a couple years they are going to start to uncover like politicians who are really into Pokemon.
Yeah.
And it's like, he traded that for that. He's not going to know the economy.
Oh, yeah. And someone said this too, that like at some point the president will have a Facebook profile. Like they'll just have had one for their whole life.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't think, here's the thing though. I think people who know they want to be president that young, because I don't think that pops in your mind when you're like 28.
Yeah, true.
I think you're just driven. I think they're going to be like, well, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah, they just delete their profile, if nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be a psychopath to want to do that.
Be a politician?
Yeah.
Well, all the compromises you have to make. Like, no matter what, you're going to make a decision that disappoints people. That's the thing. Which I wish the general public would recognize that. Whenever they, like, this guy Daniel Biss was running for governor, and people, like, used his voting record against him. And it's like, but Pritzker, you never voted, dude.
You never had to make a vote on anything. You never had to make any decisions.
Yeah.
All you had to do, the only decision he made was to just
pump money.
Just pump money into fucking terrible Hulu ads. Oh my God.
Dude, his YouTube
is so bad.
There's a Masturbation Jenkins parody of that too.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
They ask him questions on his web.
As if he's honestly going into, like, seriously, someone just had a phone camera. It's just the dumbest premise.
Yeah. And we're just supposed to believe it. I don't believe it. Get that fleece. I hate fleece vests. I hate them.
Well, Fleece Fest 2006 was awesome. Come on, dude.
2006.
They had Limp
tight.
Bizkit there. And who else was playing?
Korn?
Tracy Chapman.
Oh, Tracy Chapman. The fast car herself.
She headlined the show. So it was Limp Bizkit first, then Chapman closed it out.
Limp Bizkit went insane. They went off, they played all the hits, and then Tracy Chapman came up there very just mellow.
She's like,
mellow fast car. And then usually a lot of these festivals, Fleece Vest not excluded, you'll have the great part. This is why I love music. Artists come on stage with you. Tracy Chapman's in the fast car. And then Fred Durst, fast car.
Dude, I think about that all the time where like music is lucky that they know what to pair the music with in terms of what the audience will like. Whereas like in comedy, you can get paired with someone who the audience will not want any part of you. the demographic. And it's just like, it's just a crapshoot.
My buddy Trevor, who's a very sharp, funny, silly comic, who is he's like 5'5", 140 pounds. We both together opened up for Jim Brewer once. And Trevor was noticeably like terrified because he's just like, fucking like metal fans are going to hate me.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing well because he's a strong comic and he's got great stage presence and he's got good jokes. But it was just like, these people are drunk and they're wearing, like everybody in the crowd had a Van Halen t-shirt on. Like they don't give a fuck about what we have to say.
Right.
Let's go do our 10 and go drink across the street.
Yeah, that's what's hard about opening specifically for someone who people are there to see them specifically. Yeah.
And sometimes you get a little runoff. Like I was lucky enough to open up for Bo Burnham and Norm Macdonald, and that was like very cool and like it helped. Yeah. You know, but there's other ones where I've had to open up for a couple YouTube fellas and it's just like,
that's brutal.
This is weird, man.
And like I saw Jim Brewer and Gabriel Iglesias was opening for him. This is way back when in high school, yeah.
Wow, the fluffy one himself.
Yeah. Not a fan myself.
Ooh, shots fired.
Yeah. No Latino solidarity there.
Should tell you guys that Joe is a Spaniard. He's
of Spanish descent, but Cuban.
He's a conquistador.
That's what I say in bed. I go, get ready. You're about to experience the conquistador.
The conquistador.
Then the girl doesn't enjoy having sex with me because I'm terrible at sex.
They call you the Ponce de Leon of the G-spot. Right? That's a great reference.
Well, it found a youth.
What? He never found it. That's the thing.
No. Right. It's the G-spot. That's the thing I never find. That's why it's the Ponce de Leon.
Yeah.
I'm bad at sex, everyone. I'm terrible at sex.
Listen, if you're a guy and you're doing comedy, you have to say it. It's one of the rules.
There's no male comic that's good at fucking. I mean,
not that I've heard of. not one that I'd see. Oh, even your hot. There's these new breed of hot comics now. How do you feel? They come out there and they're all hot. Get out of here. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know. That stance was just too brave for me. I couldn't handle it.
Listen, the hottest comic, the line for hot comics should be Rodney Dangerfield. Anyone hotter than Rodney?
Which I think we both would qualify then as hotter than Rodney.
Yep. I need a way out. You think I like doing this? It's all I got, baby. That's not true. I love doing this. I can't imagine doing anything
You've
else.
also got the love of your life. You wouldn't be doing this show.
What are you talking about? Mallory?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Turning into Norm Peterson all of a sudden, just not caring about your wife.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do come in here and Aaron yells at me. He calls me the wrong name. I love it. I come in here and he goes, asshole. Joe Fernandez, let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Let's get down to the reason we're here. We got to see if you're Bologna Boy material. You going to be a Bologna Boy? Light that shit the fuck up. That's the thing. Joe?
I thought about adding a tag to it, but then I just liked seeing you sit there after saying Bologna Boy and think, okay, shit.
Well, it's not like I don't say it every show.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a new thing for me to say.
To say Bologna Boy?
Oh, I say it every show.
Really?
Bologna Boys. That's what I call the gang, the groomsmen group.
Oh,
the Bologna Boys.
Oh, okay.
Gender neutral. Gender neutral. We're still going to keep having gals on the show.
Bologna theys.
No, Bologna Boys.
Oh, I thought you were saying gender neutral in terms of like.
It is Bologna. Yeah. It is gender neutral. Anyone can be a Bologna Boy. Man, woman, girl,
Oh,
fella.
I see. I just meant more like if you wanted it fully, then it'd be Bologna theys.
Quit trying to poke holes in my little thing, man. All right. Well, Joe, plan my bachelor party. I should let you know, money's no object.
Okay.
Location, where we go, also no object. Whether or not I'm going to enjoy it, definitely not important at all.
Even if there are objects involved, they're not an object.
An object. Also, women, not an object.
Hell yeah, son.
Yeah. Another brave stance from Mike O'Keefe.
Oh, that's a good nickname.
I just came up with that.
Mike O'Keefe.
Mike O'Keefe.
Well, I would say, okay, so money, no object. Well, it'll last for a week then.
Okay.
So we'd start off going to a Red Wings game. I don't know if that's your number one team.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Not right now because they're dick deep in a horrible rebuild.
Oh, then I guess who would be the best? Fuck. Detroit teams right now are not doing well. Fuck.
Pistons?
They're not even in the playoffs, though, are they?
They will make the playoffs.
Really?
They'll make the playoffs, and they'll probably finish 2 games over 500. The East is a mess.
Tigers are in rebuild. I guess the Lions are fine.
I never liked them.
Okay. So then let's do a Red Wings game because hockey games are fun.
Hockey is a sport that was made to watch while drinking.
Yeah, and I was going to say, we all rotate buying you beers the whole time.
Cool.
After that, I don't know. Let's go to Vegas. Oh, no, wait. Go to the casino in Detroit first. And then go to Vegas.
Which one?
The one that's downtown, I think.
There's 3 downtown.
Really?
We've talked about this numerous times. There's 3 downtown casinos. I'm going to lay them down for you right now. Get the MGM Grand.
That's the one I've been to.
That's the one I would go to.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Number 2, Greektown. Let the party begin at Greektown. That was their jingle when I was a child.
They had advertised just for an ethnic neighborhood as a kid?
No, Greektown Casino.
Oh, the casino's called Greektown. Oh, I thought you said it's in Greektown.
No. MGM Grand, Greektown Casino, which is in Greektown, which is like 3 blocks of just bars now. It's not really, there's no Stavroses flouncing around. No, there's no Gus.
Yeah.
They've all gone downriver. And then number 3, Motor City Casino.
No good?
Oh, no good. No good. Did open for there was a show called Detroit 187, a procedural called Detroit 187 that was on while I still lived there. And I opened for one of the guys. He was a comedian, but he was a regular on the show. And it was just like it was about murder cops in Detroit. His name, but he was very nice. Canadian. Sean Majumder.
That's not real.
That's a real name.
Really?
Sean Majumder. Yeah. He's a Canadian guy. But he was like an actor.
That's even crazier than Pete Buttigieg.
He follows me on Twitter now. Did you know that?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Mayor of South Bend?
The mayor of South Bend, Pete Buttigieg.
Did he see you at the Drop Comedy Club?
Oh, I would love if he did. That would be so fantastic. Shout out to the Drop Boys. And then not just Pete Buttigieg, but his Massachusetts supporters group. Like Pete Buttigieg and then Massachusetts for Buttigieg follows me.
Is that like a big thing?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. I wish you luck. Joe is beyond more than anyone in the history.
I'm just so fucking tired, dude.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it, man.
Wait, so what was the name of that comic again?
Sean Majumder.
Okay, so after the Red Wings game, we go see Sean Majumder at the Motor City Casino.
Okay.
Have a great time there. Then we go to Vegas to appreciate good casinos.
Okay.
Go and fuck around. I don't know. Go to Thailand. Get a Ladyboy.
Ladyboy to do what?
Just to tell us about their life and the struggles.
That seems very
Mike O'Keefe.
Yeah,
just
Mike
to get
O'Keefe.
you to fit your band, fit your brand.
My brand.
Legit. I would say going to a hockey game is always fun. I'd imagine. I don't know if you want to go outside Detroit. Maybe you would. Going to a more fancy. You seem like a simple fella. You want to just do the basic, something that's super fun and I don't think you'd want a strip club.
Oh no, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a hockey game with booze. Although maybe if it's nice out during the day, like a tailgate barbecue, shit like that, play some poker and shit. I just feel like something that the best bachelor parties I've been to have been the ones that are the most laid back. Especially going to a remote area too, and just drinking and whatever. Maybe getting a cabin or some shit.
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. I like the way you're coming at this. I should tell you that when the couple times I've been to a strip club, I have pretended to be on my phone for too long and gotten thrown out. I've gotten thrown out of 3 strip clubs.
Pretended to be on your phone too long?
Just been on my phone for too long.
I didn't know that was a thing that could get you kicked out.
Yeah, and they're like, you can't take pictures. And I'm like, I wasn't taking pictures. And they're like, you're out of here. I'm like, well, fucking, I wasn't spending money anyway.
That's very strange.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
So I've been kicked out of 3 strip clubs. But fine, not going to a strip club. That's a great answer. I'm going to give that answer a grade of, since you kept it in Detroit, I'm going to give it a ho. Thank you so much. Tim Allen Noise. Great. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Wait, so what are the grades? How does it work? Or do I not find out till?
You'll figure.
Okay.
It's very liquid.
Okay.
It's very fluid.
Are they all Tim Allen based, the grades?
What if they were?
I'd be enjoying it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they will be this episode. Listen, the grades are a new thing. I'm figuring them out.
Okay. All right.
Next thing I have to ask you, the two-parter. It's actually a three-parter because it's really two different questions, but I put them under the same number, so it's a two-parter. Part number one, DJ no knows, DJ yes pleases. What do you want the DJ to play? What do you want the DJ to not play?
Okay, at the wedding you're talking about?
At the wedding ceremony, the reception. DJ no knows, DJ yes pleases.
A lot of people are against it, but I'm okay with the cheesy ones that everyone knows and sings along to. Is that a bad thing?
Listen, everyone comes in here and they're like, you know what I hate at a wedding? I hate when people do the dances. When there are dances with the song and people do the dances. I hate that.
The one that unifies everyone?
Yeah, the one that kind of makes everyone equal. I like that.
Yeah. I think,
And every time I just agree. I don't really agree that much. I really like when, we're doing the cha-cha slide.
Right, exactly. It's super fun. Or like the electric slide, whatever that one is.
Hustle.
The electric hustle, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say not chicken dance is a bit too far.
No, don't want to do it. No chicken dance, no hokey pokey.
Yeah. But I would say those ones. And I think, honestly, music-wise, it'd be kind of fun. I've never heard this at a wedding. So Andrew WK, Party Hard would be kind of fun. A bunch of dudes jumping around, like fist bumping.
Here's why that's honestly perfect. He's from the same town as me.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's an Ann Arbor boy.
Okay.
Put him on the list of dream guests. Number 6, Andrew WK. I'm going to run down the list for you very quickly. Paul Rudd, Steve Martin, Cardi B, still Cardi B. I think we're gonna keep her on.
Oh, despite the drugging and robbing.
Despite the thing. Here's why. We do a little ASMR on the show, and the reason I like ASMR is because she was having migraines, and ASMR helped her, and I just want to help her not have these migraines.
Sure.
Tom Sizemore, great guy.
Okay. Is that did he play what's his face in Major League?
No, that's Tom Berenger.
Oh, okay.
Tom Sizemore was in Heat. You see Heat?
No, I've not seen it.
Okay. He's in Heat. He's in Black Hawk Down. He's one of the guys.
Okay.
He's the guy I didn't recognize. But Michigan State grad, so we invite him on the show.
Okay. Congrats, by the way. That's pretty awesome. Michigan State made it to the
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. I have been I will tell you what I've told everyone. As an assistant coach on the team, I really appreciate that. I'm assistant coach.
Well, it's more congrats for your happiness.
Oh, thank you so much. But I do here's the thing. If people don't know and they're like, oh, you made it to the thing, I just go, I'm one of the assistant coaches. Google it.
Right.
But yeah, and then now Andrew WK. So those are the people, open invite. Whenever they want to come in here, I'll cancel whoever.
Not Tom Izzo?
No, he's gonna yell the whole time.
Dude, that was crazy, that first round thing.
Here's the thing with that.
I'm okay with it, just so you know.
I'm very okay with it too. If you don't know what we're talking about, Tom Izzo, the coach of the Michigan State Spartans, one of the greatest college basketball coaches of all time. He gets very animated on the court, very fiery. He yelled at a player. ESPN thought it was a thing. And then people talked about it for 48 hours, and now they're in the Final Four, and no one gives a shit.
Well, and that's the thing. It's just content. Yeah. When you're a 24-hour sports network, you're going to make stories.
You just need to crank it out. But they've played some fantastic games, and they've really come together really well as a team, and it's been a total blast to watch, and it's great.
Yeah.
And
so Andrew WK would be fun. I think that's like a unique one that I've not heard at weddings and shit. I mean, obviously sing-along songs, you got Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Are you an Oasis guy or no?
Sure. Not really.
I'm trying to think of ones that like,
I know all the words to those songs. I'm not an Oasis guy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't need to be like deep into their music.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want an Oasis deep cut.
Oh, well, like Twist and Shout would be a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
I think they play that at weddings though, right?
All the time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But like songs that people know the words to are huge, I think. So everyone is having fun on the dance floor. It gets people going, basically.
Okay. Provocative.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the only things I hate are like kind of, although you say, so Cardi B, I guess, but like.
I don't know any Cardi B music.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't want any of that shit that's like popular now, I guess, as old man as that sounds.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Not like, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know. But like songs that are just kind of like, you don't sing along to them because they're more about beats or whatever. I don't know. That sounds so old man.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I just hate that shit. So whatever's like maybe like old time rock and roll, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. The worst Seeger song for sure. Yeah.
But we could all slide onto the dance floor together.
That is
and do it.
This is the part in the wedding where everyone takes off their shoes and pants. Fantastic. Great answers. Yeah. Thank you for those. I should tell you the correct answer is get a band. Splurge, get a band. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
That's my name.
The trick question.
Yep. The next thing, they're starting to do these things where they're giving out groomsmen gifts. Mm-hmm. You ever see this?
Oh, of course. I've had it. My favorite one is Masturbation Jenkins' Funko doll.
Really?
Matt Riggs gave it to me. It's
That's
my favorite
amazing.
thing. Yeah.
Good for Riggsy.
Yeah, he did a great job.
That's fucking amazing. Well, I would love to give a gift to my groomsmen, to the Bologna Boys. I don't have the time or the effort. I don't really want to do it. So what gift should I give to the Bologna Boys? You got to do it. I'm putting you in charge of this.
So I got to, well, that's the only thing. I mean, I don't know these folks, I guess. So does that matter? Should I just?
No, just what?
Let's do Blu-ray copy of Liar Liar.
Hell yeah, dude.
Does that work?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Signed by Jim Carrey, though.
I love it.
With a piece of his artwork on the inside.
Oh, my God. His beautiful, beautiful paintings.
They're pretty good.
You know what? I would love to shit on Jim Carrey. They're not that bad. I think they're pretty good.
Pretty on the nose, but with a message.
Like, current day Jim Carrey is fascinating to me.
Yeah. He kind of seems like he's lost it, but not in a way that hurts anyone.
Yeah. He's just like, I think he saw like a plastic bag just kind of floating, and he was just like, I think I want to do that next.
I'll give people the option of American Beauty Blu-ray or.
Nice. I love it. I love it. And because of that, the first thing you said, I'm going to give that answer a grade of somebody stop me. Next thing we got to do, I think you're going to be fantastic at this. Next thing we got to do, we got to do a little role play, Joe.
Oh.
As we know, you are trained at the Groundlings, Steppenwolf alumni. No, you did a little bit of like actual acting.
Oh, yeah. I did stuff at, well, I was only understudy, but Goodman and like Northlight and.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And obviously the Chicago Med. Watch out for it, folks.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Oliver Platt was in the only like big budget movie about professional wrestling until this year. Did you know that?
No, what's the movie?
It's called Ready to Rumble. It's a giant piece of shit. It's so bad.
The first thing I thought of when I saw is Lake Placid. It's weird that was my first thought.
Man, yeah. That movie about the Olympics in 1980. I love it.
I'm pretty sure.
Lake Placid was like there's a big
gator. Yeah, it's just a big ass
gator.
And I think Betty White ends up killing it at the end.
Yes, she does. What a film.
Yeah, but I mean, it's crazy because he's been in like X-Men and what else has he been in?
Hell of a career.
Yeah.
Hell of a career.
Kind of crazy he's on Chicago Med now. A weird transition, I guess.
The biggest thing in this day and age of show business is that it just seems like people need to work.
They just need money.
People just need to keep going and keep working. And I'm sure he wanted to retire, live off his Ready to Rumble residuals. But yeah, here's how bad Ready to Rumble is. And this is a knock on Oliver Platt, the actor. But Oliver Platt plays like the big wrestler, like the big famous wrestler in that movie. Isn't that
that makes sense, really?
That's very bad casting. And he's like beating up Goldberg. That's not.
Yeah.
Come on.
Doesn't make sense.
That's not how it works. I think what we're really learning is that Goldberg, not a good enough actor to carry a whole movie.
Is that Goldberg the goalie? The one? What is that kid from Mighty Ducks? What's his name?
Goldberg was the goalie. Oh, okay. But this is the wrestling.
Gotcha. Okay.
They had tons of Goldbergs out there. So what's going to happen now is this is another segment that I started just to make Aaron talk on the podcast.
Oh.
So he's gonna be playing the role of the minister. I'm gonna be a ne'er-do-well, a banshee who stormed into the wedding, not unlike that tapeworm stormed into your wife.
My wife's stomach.
Your wife's stomach.
Or womb. I don't know where tapeworms hang out.
I don't know where they go. I heard they were just in the butt. So, and then you, as head of security, I'm putting you in charge of security.
Okay.
Obvious position for you. You're menacing, steely.
So someone is doing the Elaine thing, like they're trying to stop the wedding, basically.
Yeah. And then you're gonna that'll be me, and then you shut me down.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just debating which method would work better.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna do a crazy voice.
Okay.
It's gonna be really good. I want shut up. Hey,
buddy, come over here right now.
Buddy.
Hey.
Oh, damn it.
Limey bitch, get the fuck out of here.
God.
Hey, come here. I just grabbed your arms.
Oh, my arms.
And I just swung you around.
My arms, these arms are
just like Looney Tunes. And I threw you out the door.
Ooh.
That's right. I used stage direction to kick someone out.
There you go. I like that.
And then I went outside. I go, I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Where'd Joe go? Where's Joe go?
Well, then you obviously get a chance to say your vows, and I beat that guy up, cut his head off.
Cut his head off?
Put it on a spike.
Oh, no.
Outside. You guys all come out and you go, Joe. And that's my groomsman gift. I give
man,
a piece of each, like, part of the guy, like an eye for one of the people, an ear.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's amazing. Do we still get Liar Liar on Blu-ray?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, fantastic. Here's what I do. I watch that Blu-ray, and I put that man's head on my knee. So we're both watching it.
Of course you get the skull, too, by the way. Yeah, in whatever condition you want it.
I just go, see, he can't lie. He knows the pen is blue, but he wants to say, right? And then it's just a severed head on my knee.
Which also, in that scene, do you have to lie to someone? Isn't a lie technically like when you deceive someone?
Boy, oh boy, what a question. Yeah, it is. That scene always struck me as weird. Like, he can't say anything that's
not
untrue.
True. Yeah.
Like, he can't, like, what if he doesn't know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what, I don't, you know.
Like an open-ended question, like, what is the meaning of life?
He can't be like, like, what if his kid was like, why, what's sex?
Yeah.
He has to just like.
Say what it is.
Yeah.
But if it's open-ended, I guess he just has to give his perspective. If someone says, what's the meaning of life?
Yeah, he has to say what he really feels.
Yeah.
Which is even more, that's
Scary.
even more deceptive than misgendering a pen or whatever. Not misgendering. I fucked that up.
That's so funny, though.
I'm sorry. Misnomering a pen. Mike Wokeefe, everybody.
Yeah.
Coming in strong. Fuck me. That's the dumbest thing. Oh, well. Cool.
Yeah, so I murder that man and put his head in a spike.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I consider you the Genghis Khan of comedy. Only because of that.
I'm going on tour, the Genghis Khans of comedy.
It's you. It's Genghis Khan.
It's Duterte from the Philippines.
Yeah, it's Duterte and Cedric the Entertainer. He's getting after it.
That's right. He's still around. I forgot.
He was in my favorite movie this last year, First Reformed.
I don't even know what that is.
It's fantastic. Are you worried about climate change?
Yeah.
Oh, this will really hit those buttons.
Cedric the Entertainer's in a climate change movie?
It's not. It's indirectly about climate change, but it's very dark. Ethan Hawke is in it.
That's a dramatic movie?
It's very dramatic.
Weird.
He's not even billed as Cedric the Entertainer in it. He's like Cedric
from the neighborhood.
Atkins. Your old boy Cedric.
Basically all in the family, but instead the Archie Bunker's the black guy.
Yeah. No, he's and he plays like I won't spoil it for you. First Reformed.
I'll watch it.
It's
Is it on any streaming services?
I saw it in the theater in like November. So maybe.
Can I tell you that these microphones are so good, I can hear my jaw cracking sometimes?
Oh my, save it for the next thing we're about to do.
Oh, okay.
The next thing we're about to do, oh my God, that's perfect. The next thing we're about to do is a very famous segment on the show. Welcome, friends, to the ASMR Minute. All right, here we go. The ASMR Minute. Joe, let's hear that jaw crack.
Shit, okay. Well, it's just I have to talk like, I have to probably say something. Oh, wow, it's not like my jaw's not cracking now, which I always find it fucking annoying when my jaw cracks.
You got the Michigan J Frog of Jaws. Michigan Jaw Frog.
What is a Michigan Jaw Frog?
Michigan J Frog from the Warner Brothers cartoons. He was the frog that when no one was there, he'd sing, "Hello, my baby." And then when everyone would come back, he would stop.
Wait, so do I also talk like ASMR?
Yeah, it's the ASMR Minute.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We're all in this together.
So, okay,
Us
gotcha.
all are ASMRtians.
Does ASMR involve foil?
It just noises and stuff, I think.
Okay. It actually is soothing, I will say that.
It does. Well, I think whispering is soothing.
Yeah.
You know, but this is also, it's a little ASMR for you. Look at the light on the thing when I do that.
Like how the lit shifts.
Just shut the fuck up. I didn't do it that time. Yeah, pretty cool.
Wait, which light?
It's on the bottom here.
Oh, yeah, it just barely goes up.
Just one.
Yeah. how soothing this is.
It really is.
It's insane.
I think eventually, if we get enough people who ask for it, I want to do an all ASMR episode. But I think it'll be too good. I don't want to put any of these legit it's not sexual, by the way. I don't want to put any of these legit ASMR folks with their big old boobies.
But wait, so is this supposed to like put you to sleep too, or no?
I mean, I don't. It helped Cardi B with her migraines. I don't know. I think it's supposed to like give you some sort of sensation, like kind of make the hair of the back of their neck stand up.
Yeah, no, I know. Actually, I do feel that where it's like whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But there's like it's like a chill, but a positive one.
Oh, okay, cool. Like a big chill.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go. We'll go in the kitchen. We'll listen to some Motown. We'll have a good time.
Talk about our friend that's dead.
Talk about our dead friend. All right, that was the ASMR minute.
Dude.
That was by far the longest ASMR minutes. Usually it's about an ASMR 15 to 20 seconds. I think that was almost an entire minute. That's the fuck out of here.
Mike is moving the foil.
And the next thing we have to do our this is my favorite. ASMR close second. Of these two, ASMR number 2, this one number 1. I had to do my weekly Bane impression of the week. Here we go. Impression. Hey guys, it's me, Bane. I'm also I got married this week to my girlfriend. We were dating for 10 years and now I'm married. I'm Bane. All right, cool.
So you can do it any which way you want?
Yeah, just do a thing. Just do a silly one. Doesn't matter what it is.
But yours is spot on though.
What you're talking about?
Well, the one you normally
What you're talking about? This Bane accent, pretty good.
What are you talking about, Willis? Is that what Bane was going to say?
What are you talking about, Willis?
All right, now it's just an Indian accent.
Also, Andy quoted on this show incorrectly a line where the little kid is singing at the football game, and Bane says, Andy thought he said,
what a wonderful singing voice.
He says, what a lovely voice. Or what a beautiful voice, he says. So Andy was wrong. Your thoughts?
He's off the podcast for sure
done.
now.
He's fucking out of here, man.
And not before we give him a few smacks on the ass on the way out, baby. I'll tell you what. If you're not willing to smack someone on the ass, I wouldn't have you as groomsman. You know what I mean? Smack my wife on the ass on our way up there.
Don't do that. He's going to be holding hands with her dad. That's weird. Imagine.
Smack the dad, too.
Daryl's, oh my God. Let me tell you about Daryl. Who gets a lot.
I'm not saying I would do that at your wedding. I'm saying that's what Andy would do.
Oh, that's what Andy would do. Andy was on this show, and he was nothing but respectful.
Oh, yeah? Andy ass slapper Fleming?
His hands smell like farts. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because they're always around butts.
He's always touching butts. Let me tell you about Daryl, though. Great ass. He really does.
The dad?
Daryl's got a fantastic, he works out about, I think he works out 12 hours a day. All he does is work out and smoke weed. That's all he does. He's a retired man.
Is this true?
Yeah, it's 100% true. And go on vacation. He's a retired man. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met and a big supporter of this podcast. And by that, I mean he's bought the host dinner a number of times.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's a good man. All right. Joe, thank you so much for being here. We've only got one more thing to do. We've only got one more pig to fuck, as they say.
Who's they?
I don't know. Listen, I'm all juiced up on democracy. I'm saying
hell yeah, we both voted today, baby.
Tony P, by the time this comes out, we'll know if she won. We hope she did. Morning DJ voice, talking about politics.
That is funny, the idea of a shock jock show, but the content is all like NPR stuff.
Thank you for tuning in, local NPR. We got a story coming at you out of Naperville. There's a man who's keeping bees the right way. Not bad. You do one.
Okay, on today's episode, we discuss the difference and difficulties of political gerrymandering. See how it oppresses people. Voter suppression, a real issue in today's society. Pew, 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 pew.
That's a good time. Thank you very much for tuning in to NPR today. We've got an interview with a jazz person. A jazz person? Anyway.
Today we're interviewing Maya Angelou. You may know her as the writer of The Caged Bird Sings.
former poet laureate of these United States. All right. So here's what's going to happen. This has been fantastic.
I've had fun.
I've had fun having you here. 30 characters, a lovely podcast. Very fun. You can see Joe do stand-up all over this great United States. We'll have you plug a little bit more after this. I'm going to amp and ramp. So this is the last thing. You've done great so far. Oh, if I were to give your role play a grade, I would give it a... There we go. Scream noise. These grades are a nice new element to the
same thing they did at homeschool, right? Yeah. Just your parents making noises, and that's if you enjoyed it or not.
It's the same thing.
What's 2 + 2? 5.
This is a very weird story now that I think about it. But when I would go to Tim's house when I was a little guy, and there was one time I was like, "Oh man, you got what's this on your fridge?" And Tim's mom was like, "Oh, it's Tim's report card." And I was like, "You mean your report card?"
Yeah, that's weird.
It was crazy, right? But like, I guess you gotta like treat them normal.
It's still that thing of the sense of pride, but it is strange because she made it.
Yeah,
it's not like he showed it to her and she's like, "Oh, put on the," you know.
Yeah, and it's not. It also wasn't like this is probably 98, 99, so I don't think they had Excel yet. So it was just like pen drawing of a graph. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like her report cards are like math and then a space and then B+. Or math, or for mine it was like math, D+, or, you know, spelling. She just like wrote in pen, ... a grade. And the grades were all saints. That's not true. But what it was.
What was his mom homeschooled too?
Guys, come check out mine and Joe's new stage play, Homeschool 2. It's a sequel.
Home Alone School.
Home Alone.
Where you try and learn while people break into your house.
Interesting enough, Kevin, the teacher, Harry and Marv.
Yeah.
Students. They learn a lot from that.
Oh, yeah. They learn, not to burgle.
Yeah, they learn not to burgle. All right. Here we go. So, it's coming to time. It's time for the speech. Big old bachelor party speech. Big old best man speech.
Okay.
We, of course, have Greg, our Foley artist, who's been here the entire time. Greg, very interesting Foley artist in that he's an interpretive Foley artist.
Oh.
He doesn't talk. He doesn't speak at all. That's why we haven't heard him yet. But if you're like, "Oh, Greg, would you want to go to lunch?" And instead of him saying, instead of him verbalizing, yes, he has like a buzzer and it goes ding, 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 ding. Like, yeah, you want lunch. Interpretive.
So, I see his painting of Dave Foley. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Great Foley artist.
News radio.
Hell yeah, that show's underrated as shit.
News radio fucking rules.
Such a good show. And NBC kept trying to kill it and they couldn't.
That's why if you, I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but if you watch the last episode of every season of News Radio, they go to the moon in one.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit. But yeah, cast of killers, Stephen Root, Phil Hartman, the great Joe Rogan.
It just makes no sense they kept trying to kill it. It's like, if this show has popularity, what are you doing?
People like it.
Yeah.
I think it's because Dave Foley isn't handsome.
That's why?
I think that's why.
But it seems like a lot of good shows, like Arrested Development also got canned early. It's like...
My favorite show of all time. I know you don't like it, but Freaks and Geeks,
whatever reason, I never got into it. And it seemed like it should be up my alley, but...
Because you never had any trouble. You've just had everything handed to you.
Hell yeah, I have. And I'll take it.
Anyway, Greg, interpretive Foley artist. This is, he's going to do a little bit more traditional Foley for this. So we're going to hit the thing or make the noise, and then you do your speech, and then I will give my final judgment, and then we'll fucking go to Sonic. Sonic's go. We'll probably part. I actually have to go. I have to call AAA. It doesn't matter what we're doing after this. Anyway, here we go.
Excuse me, everyone. Bradford's O'Queefs.
Oh, God damn it.
That's right, O'Queefs. Oh, man. It's great to be here, and I'm so proud to be part of this wedding. Mike and I know each other peripherally. And he's a hell of a comic, very fun guy, and I've always enjoyed my time with him. And, you know, I know earlier I had to murder a man just to keep the wedding going, but I want you to know, as violent and angry as I am, that's how sweet Mike O'Keefe is. And you've picked a beautiful woman in Mallory. I wish you both the best. And honestly, all the happiness in the world that I never will have. I'm actually just getting out of a 4.5-year relationship. And this is where I kind of go off on my part now. My relationship kind of fell apart. And, you know, I think it's one of those things that we weren't meant for each other like you two are. You know, you both seem like you're really in a stable relationship. No one, you know, kind of like doesn't really respect the other one's privacy or property. Not like my ex.
Wait, okay. I've got so many questions.
Hang on, wait, everyone, real quick. Mike has something to say before I finish my speech.
Hey, Joe, first time, long time.
First time listener to a speech, long time listener to a speech.
Yeah. She didn't respect the privacy of your possession. Was she stealing stuff?
No, yeah.
Money or what?
Oh man, so much stuff.
Oh my God,
my Masturbation Jenkins Funko Pop.
Oh my God, did she really? She flushed it down the toilet
out of anger.
Oh, fuck you, Matt Riggs. Well, that's it's horrible and it sounds so bad. How do I give the floor back over to you?
Oh, sure. Hang on. Everyone?
Yeah.
I know the chicken's good, but come on. We only got a little bit left.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I wish you all the happiness I'll never have. And I hope your love is the opposite of a roller coaster. It consistently goes up and never dips, unlike mine. And I hope that...
we have observation tower type. Oh, sorry.
No.
Joe, second time, long time. So you want us to have observation tower love? Like at Cedar Point, there's got the observation tower. It just goes up.
Yeah.
It's the tallest ride in the park.
I want you to have observation tower from the World Trade Center, but it never gets hit.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right.
Okay. And who's this? Wait. That's me, Tim. I don't appreciate Joe calling me a pussy on your podcast. Actually, hey, anyone else want anything to say?
Hey. This wedding.
I invited Bane.
It's lovely. Too bad it is now mine. Everyone kiss me, please.
All right. Well, before we all kiss Bane, I just want to say this was a beautiful wedding. It was great to be here at Little Caesars Arena. And congrats. Love you both. Everyone, raise a glass to the O'Queefs.
Oh, fantastic. Great job, everyone. Great job. A lot of different friends coming back.
Hell yeah.
That's never happened before. We've had people who have just been dumped give this. You're the second person that's happened to on the show. You did a lot better than the other one.
Oh, and also
that's such a
who was the other person?
B. Casper, who has a show out of the studio. It was very funny, but she literally had gotten broken up with the day before.
Oh, brutal.
Right? And she's just like, I don't know if you guys should do this. And I was like, well, I don't think you're going to be a fucking Bologna Boy now.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I will say, and you guys missed it, but the Foley artist said some words, but we cut it.
Yeah, we cut it. Yeah, we cut it. Well, because it was copyrighted music.
It was just a bunch of sound effects, just like wind rustling. And
like you're not like if you want to put Johnny Carson's actual voice on a podcast, it costs like $8 million. And we don't even have 8 million
pennies. How much is that actually? 8 million pennies.
8 million pennies.
So it's 100.
That's gotta be
like $800.
Something like that. How much is it? You mind Googling that real quick? It's at $8,000? $80,000?
That's not bad.
Okay, so 8 million is $80,000. Okay.
Divided by 100.
I think I might get paid in pennies next year at my job.
Hey, maybe that's a groomsman gift. 8 million pennies.
Yeah, why not? I got to wrap them. I don't want to do that, but I'll do them. Okay, I got all that time. I got doing a fucking podcast. I forgot.
What happened there?
I was looking out the window, and then I was like, how long can I go without talking on the podcast, on the audio
That's
medium?
always the challenge you want to take on an audio format.
Oh, my God. The more dead space, the better. That's how I feel about it. If it were up to me, it would just be. Anyway, it was a fantastic speech. I appreciate it. And I give that speech a grade of A-. Good job.
Legit.
Yeah. All right. So it is time. It's time for me to put the rubber to the road. To give it the time for me to decide. Time for me to figure out if you're gonna be a Bologna boy or if you're gonna stay a Bologna bitch.
Always a Bologna boy, never a Bologna bride or whatever.
Always a Bologna bitch, never a Bologna boy. Oh my God, that's a koozie.
Which could also be a groomsman gift. I'm willing to add all this shit in.
I love it. I know you are, but let me tell you, I already have a koozie.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I collect koozies. And for a guy with a girlfriend that he lives with that hates clutter, boy, are koozies the worst thing.
Yeah, of all things.
Oh my God.
Because you really only need one.
Not only that, if you have a bunch of them, all they do is spring off of each other. It's a fucking hassle. But I love them.
Oh, by the way, can I hear the verdict in ASMR so that way, like, even if it's bad news, it's soothing?
That's a great idea. That's a great call.
That's how the news should always be.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sure that's somebody's.
Jerry Sandusky convicted of child molestation.
Robert Kelly to the world. Unfortunately wrote a lot of.
The president is dead. John F. Kennedy pronounced dead at 10 a.m.
Back. There's gotta be, I gotta imagine that they're gonna start doing ASMR readings of movies.
Would that be fun though?
I think it would be fun. Here's what would be fun. Not one whole movie straight through, just like certain scenes. And the whole thing lasts about 3 minutes. I think that would be
okay.
I think that would be a good time. A whole movie, like all of Die Hard in ASMR, I think that's a bad call.
Big guy.
Come to the party. All right.
I'm the dad from
I'm the grandma from Parenthood. Ever see Parenthood? Good.
Good show.
Good. So it's long.
Oh wait, we think we talked about this because I saw like one episode.
Yeah.
And never finished it.
Yeah. We are halfway through season 5 right now. There's 6 seasons. This is very weird, but we use it as a form of couples therapy.
Oh,
because like stuff will happen with the family or in these relationships, and then we'd be like, I agree with them. I don't agree with them.
Oh, like it kind of like, interesting.
It kind of like informs us of each other.
And what you'll be like maybe as a married couple too.
Yeah. Well, like some of them are married, some of them are not married, some of them are old, some of them are younger. But it is a form of couples therapy in a weird way because it has started us talking about like, well, if we have a kid and then there's another kid, which kid are we gonna love more? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so I'll give the verdict in A's. I gotta go. Once I go back up, I gotta like bring myself. Known to the world, Joseph Fernandez, husband of weird tapeworm lady. I rule in the case of you versus the Bologna Boys versus the state of California. You had a fantastic showing today. Again, your grades were Tim Allen noise. Somebody stop me. He's screaming. And then, of course, your speech was a very solid A. You will not be in the Bologna Boys. I don't want these sad, rebounding ass motherfuckers on my team.
But I want to hump someone at the wedding.
You can be invited. We'll invite you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on. We don't need you to get a. Yeah, I'm not making you rent a tuxedo. That's what it really comes down to.
You're doing me a favor.
I am.
I don't have to write a speech. I don't have to have a tux.
That's what it really comes down to. Is like the couple of weddings where I have been a groomsman in. It's like it's fun, it's cool, and like, yeah, but it's like
it's way more expensive, way more time consuming for sure.
Yup. Justin, I appreciate you having me in your wedding.
Actually, I have a Justin. I appreciate you having me in your wedding. Matt Riggs.
Yeah.
And
This is the least
TJ Wendell.
This is the least talk about actual weddings that we've done on the show. And I appreciate that. Tim, some final words? Yeah, it's okay. You guys talked about my wedding. I like that a lot. All right. Thank you very much, Tim.
That's Tim Allen?
No, Tim, my cousin. Here's the thing with my voices. No consistency.
Yeah. They're like my stool.
Oh, Joe,
I should say my wife's stool.
Take my wife's stool.
Take my tapeworm, please.
To the lab. She's shitting everywhere. And I want to know if she's a baby.
Oh, that was fun, man. Thank you for having me.
That was a good one. Thank you for doing it. This is, in the words of the great Mike Cronin, this was a steamer. Where can the people find you? Do some plugs, please. This comes out tomorrow.
JoeFernandezComedy.com. You can also follow Masturbation Jenkins on Twitter at MJ4Gov on Twitter. And
let me ask you a question. Did you make that in the hopes that people would think Michael Jordan was running for governor?
No, I don't even know why I do it, but it's fun to me.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic time.
When does this come out, by the way?
Tomorrow.
Oh, then I'm at Zany's Rosemont tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah. Who are you with?
I am with Lenny Schmidt.
Oh, fun.
And Vince Carone.
Oh, cool.
And Saturday I'm at something called Brain on Beer. Have you ever done that one? Done it once before. It's at some brewery. I have the address, 2337 South Michigan. I'm sure you'll all...
Cool.
And then Sunday at Laugh Factory Roast to Mitch McConnell. So that's all this week even.
That's all this week. You had a jam-packed week.
And then CYSK on Wednesday the 10th. Those are all very fun, good shows. I think every single one of them.
Those are all great ways to see Joe. Joe, very funny comedian.
Yeah, people like me, huh?
Does a lot of fun stuff up there. And Ann Arbor this weekend with Derek Richards. Come see me. I'll give you a koozie.
Ooh.
I have a bunch of koozies. Tell me you like the show, and I'll give you a koozie.
What's the club? What's it called?
The Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase, baby. AAComedy.com. It's my home club. I've worked there 3 times a year for 9 years now, and I love it. It is my home.
But when you do it, I mean, how much new material do you have per time you go there?
I try and do a different set every time. So in like I'm featuring, so I'm doing like 20.
Yeah.
And I can do... It's not like completely different. It's not 6 different 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's like a different, I just try and do either a different order or different stuff or different whatever every time.
Because 3 times in the same year is hard to,
Oh, it's super hard.
Yeah.
But, I get to, it's fun. I love it. I love the club. I love Roger. I love the atmosphere. Yeah. I helped them move. They moved locations a couple years ago. I helped them move chairs and shit.
Oh, yeah. Then they have to work you 3 times a year.
Yeah. I moved 8 chairs.
Dude, I'll tell you, I hosted for David Tell last year, and then I went to see him again. He maybe had like 3 repeat jokes.
You're shitting me.
No, it's unreal.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Guess when you're
doing stand-up every weekend.
No, not just that. Just like David Tell's been doing it for almost 40 years now. Gotta be. So it's just like, no, I'm just saying like.
Did you say 4 years?
I said 40.
Oh, I thought you said 4 years and you were making a bit like.
That would have been a good bit. Because it's probably closer to 35. He's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
And so like, he just has that thing where like, he knows how to do it. He knows what, and
He can make anything funny if
For sure. Yeah. He just knows how to do it, man. And I love it. Tell. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah.
And Derek Richards, a guy I have met before, I think. No, I know Derek. I'm friends with Derek. I said Derek's a buddy. Derek's a good man. Derek's a big, tough Irish man. He does the Irish comedy tour every year. And he knows my feelings on that. You got a weird leprechaun playing the fiddle. Get him off of there. We're a real race of people, you asshole. And I'll say that to his face like I do every single time. Joe Fernandez, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
30 Characters is a podcast. Listen to that. It's fun. It's a good time. My name's Mike O'Keefe for Joe Fernandez. Till death do us fart. See you later.
Bye.